Hello guys, this is Dr. Rosales, your instructor for consumer behavior. Today I will be discussing about problem recognition and information search under consumer behavior. Okay, so we will be dealing with the following: describing how consumer recognize a consumption problem and show why marketers must understand this part of the decision making process. And also, we will be explaining how and why consumers conduct an external search to solve a consumption problem and identify the opportunities as well as the challenges that marketers face in trying to influence external searches. Okay, so for an overall overview about our topic, this is the process of decision making wherein uh, part of the decision making process is recognition or the actual versus the ideal state. Okay, so we will be dealing with the internal information search as well as the external information search. Okay, so problem recognition: the ideal state is where we want to be, while the actual state is where we are now. So what does it mean? What is the current state today? For example, we will be dealing with the customers wearing um, yung panlamig, anong tawag dun? Sweater. Okay, so the current state today, limbawa, dahil malamig na ang panahon, customers are wearing vests. Okay, so the ideal state here, or what we call the desired state, is people want to wear the jackets. For them to want. People want to wear the jackets or want to wear a beautiful and a warm new jackets, 'di ba? Hindi naman tayo nakakakita ng mga gumagalang mga students, workers na kung ano-ano lang isuot na klase ng jacket. Still, they want to be outstanding among others. Okay, so that is their ideal state. Okay, that is their desire state, wanting to wear a warm and beautiful jacket. Okay, so but the actual state here is they are wearing that because customers feel cold. Tama? So, yun yung problem recognition. You identify the problem wherein it will be your basis in order for you to create something to reach or give the needs and wants and beyond wants of the client. Okay, so another example, let's take an example about the face mask. Okay, so the current situation now is we are mandated to wear mask. Yun yung current situation na hindi natin mamamanipulate, hindi natin siya makokontrol, nasa external siya, external situation. Okay, so the desired state or the ideal state here is people wanted to wear mask na komportable sila, yung maipapakita nilang kakaiba yung kanilang mask over the others, di ba? Kasi kung pagbabasihan lang natin is about the current situation, parang wala naman ako nakikitang mask na tinali-tali lang yung panyo para maging mask, di ba? May mga nakikita ko iba-ibang klase ng design, colors, etc. So, yun yung tinatawag nating desire state. Okay? So, that is their desire state, to wear different colored mask with different designs, di ba? Para ipakita sa mga tao yung meron sila. That is their want. Okay? Pero the actual state here is the customers are mandated to wear mask. Diba? So, kahit anong kulay man yan, anong design man yan, still, they are mandated to wear mask. So, the problem recognition here is na-identify natin yung pangangailangan ng community. Na-identify natin yung actual state of needs about the face mask. So, it is our role as a marketers or as an entrepreneur to at least give their needs and at the same time cater their want and beyond wants. Kaya kung mapapansin ninyo, may mga ino-offer na iba-ibang klaseng design of face mask and at the same time iba-ibang sizes, iba-ibang kulay, di ba? So you were able to identify the problem. And that's why it is very beneficial for the company. Okay? So ito is an example of an ideal states. Okay, pag sinabi natin ideal states, ito yung desire, 'di ba? Tingnan mo yung klase ng pananamit, sapatos, wake ups, etc. So, this consumer may respond upscale ad with like this one kasi nga maganda naman yung damit, hubog yung katawan ng mga babae na may mga ibang babae din na mga socialite na they wanted to have that one. But they are not buying that because wala lang, 'di ba? But the current state here is maybe they will be attending some party for this month. Halimbawa, prom, 'di ba? Sa February or March, may mga prom. So people are looking at that kind of dress because the actual state there is they are mandated to attend parties. So, you have to target the ideal state. So, targeting the ideal state is showing consumer how the product is the solution to their problem. Kasi lagi kong sinasabi sa inyo, clients do not buy a certain product if wala silang benefit na nakukuha from it. Okay? So, paano nyo magagawa na i-target ang ideal state? Okay? You have to consider the internal search or ito yun, searching for information from memory. Okay? Paano gumagana or ano yung mga dapat niyong gawin when it comes to searching for information from memory? So, how do we engage in internal search? Unang-una, the degree of internal search. Okay, so the degree of internal search can vary from simple recall of the brand name to more extensive searches through memory for relevant information, feelings, and experience. So nag-uumpisa yon sa pag-recall nung brand name. So napaka-importante ang brand name, guys. Okay? So ito yun, yung apat na attributes or apat na internal search for you to let your customer recall your product. So napaka-importante na the amount of internal search devoted depends on how you motivate your clients, the ability and the opportunity to process information. So, dito sa internal search, kung babalikan natin yung psychological core, isa yan sa mga focus ng study natin doon, yung how to motivate the client, the ability for them to buy your product, and the opportunity to process information. So, unang-una is the brand. Okay, consumers will attempt to recall more informations for decisions that are important to them than those that are less important. So, napaka-importante sa kanila yan. Okay? So, you have to consider the attributes, the brands, the evaluation, and experience. So, brand recall. What kind of information is retrieved from internal search? Unang-una is recall of brands or brand recall na tinatawag. Considerations or evoke set is the subset of brand evaluated when making choices. So, ang mga client, di ba, pinag-aralan natin yan. They have the ability to consider yung iba-ibang klase ng mga brand, di ba? May mga iba-iba yan. Iniisip nila yan, pinagpipilian nila yan before making the final choice. From the marketing standpoint, it is very important that a brand is in the evoke set or otherwise it will not be considered. Kailangan andun yung makikita mo na talagang lumalaban yung product mo compare sa iba na mayroon silang comparison. 'Di ba? Yung ability kasi ng mga kliyente natin is papalit-palit sila ng choices. Kaya nilang pumili kaya nilang i-digest sa utak nila yung mga iba-ibang klase ng product at sa utak nila, pinagpipilian nila yan na kino-consider nila yung mga iba-ibang factors like ito, yung sizes, the stability, the variety, uh, equality of preferences dispersion or preference dispersion. Ito yung sinasabi nating equality of preferences towards the brand. Tinitignan nila yung brand name and halimbawa si Samsung tsaka si Apple, almost the same amount. So, tinitignan nila yung quality towards the brands. Okay? So, the factors that will increase the possibility of being included in the uh, consideration of the clients towards your product are the prototypicality, the familiarity or the brand familiarity na tinatawag, the goals and usage situation, yun, preferences or brand preferences, retrieval cues na nakikita nila from the internet, from the TV, mga advertisement, and from the different people na-meet na nila or mga kaibigan nila na nakagamit na ng mga product ninyo. Okay? So, pag sinabi niyong prototypicality, tignan niyo yan, Apple iPad, di ba? Probably pag sinabi nating tablet, ang first na nasa utak ninyo is Apple iPad, di ba? iPad agad, pag tablet, di ba? So, yun, nakaregister na yun sa mga utak natin. Pag sinabi nating toothpaste, Colgate kaagad, 'di ba? 'Yun yung prototypicality na tinatawag natin, okay? Next natin is the retrieval cues. Okay, so retrieval cues, brands can create strong retrieval cues increasing the likelihood of being included in consumers consideration set. So Target store have done this with a bullseye logo, 'di ba? So nakikita ka agad sa pag sinabi nilang ito, alam na kaagad nila kung ano yon. For example, ang letter H, when it comes to sasakyan, anong nasa isip ninyo? Honda, di ba? Nagkaroon pa nga ng issue ang Honda tsaka Hyundai regarding the letter H. Pero ang Hyundai, yung kanyang letter H is two person na nagsishake hands. So, nanalo pa rin sila. Pag sinabi nating mansanas na may kagat, first thing comes in our mind is the apple, 'di ba? Pag-check, Nike, mga ganun. So retrieval cues, napaka-importante 'yon. Kasi it helps you to be known around the world, okay? So next natin is the accessibility or the availability, the diagnosticity, the salience, vividness, and the goals. Ilan yan sa mga kino-consider natin para mas madaling i-recall nila yung mga product ninyo. Kasi clients diagnose information through their mind. So, pag nakikita nila yan, paulit-ulit yan sa utak nila, kahit di pa sila bumibili niyan, tapos maraming pinag-uusapan yung logo ninyo and at the same time the product, mariretain yun sa utak ng mga client natin. Okay? So, is internal search accurate? Okay? So, number one consideration there is confirmation bias. Pag sinabi natin confirmation bias, it refers to facts that we are more likely to recall information than reinforces rather than contradict our belief, thereby making the judgment or decision more positive than it should be. Okay? So, dito dinodraw yung attention to negative competition. So, sometimes, nagiging bias lang naman yung confirmation nila kung negative yung nakikita nila in the public. Pero, minsan din, halimbawa, yung example ko lagi before, yung sa skin white, di ba, positive yung naging confirmation ng client kasi pumuti yung kapitbahay niya, while the Belos sabon, nakita niyang dumami yung acne ng kaibigan niya, hindi na siya bumili. Okay? So, second natin is inhibition, okay? So, inhibition means consumers don't always consider key aspects. Consumers recall others, more accessible attributes. So, dito sa inhibitions, certain diagnostic attributes are not recalled due to limitation in consumers' processing capacity. They can also lead to a biased judgment on decision because important and useful information may be remembered but ignored. Kasi minsan ang mga client bumibili yan dahil na rin sa influence ng society. 'Di ba? Kaya sa internal search, minsan nakadepende rin sa mood, 'di ba? You have to consider the communication. So, marketing communication that puts consumers in a good mood can enhance the recall of positive attributes information. So, when it comes to internal search, kasi hindi naman masyadong accurate ang internal search kung hindi mo i-consider yung tatlo. The confirmation bias, inhibition, and mood. Okay, for you to have an internal search na accurate, na maging basis ninyo, in order for you to increase the desired state of a client, you have to consider the three: confirmation bias, inhibitions, and the mood. Okay, let's proceed to the next, which is the external search. As you can see in the information in the box, the tables, the different consideration in terms of external search or searching for information from the environment. Okay, so in internal in external search consumers, it acquires information from outside sources. So we are getting some information from the outside sources. Okay, pre-purchase search. Pre-purchase search occurs in response to the activation of problem recognition, and it is related to situational involvement. So dito is more on the situational involvement. Okay? So, ongoing search naman occurs on a regular and continuous basis, even when problem recognition is not activated. Dito, yung purchase, nakadepende yan sa problem recognition. Diba? So, na-identify natin yung current state, the desired state or the internal states, and the actual states. While dun sa ongoing search is it occurs on a regular and continuous basis. Even when problem recognition is not activated, it is related to enduring involvement. Okay? So, where can we search information? Okay? So, there are different kinds how to search the information. Ito yung mga sources of external information. So, paano natin makukuha yung mga different external informations? Through retailers, media, diba? So, researchers have classified this source of information into 5 groups. Unang-una, the retail search or the retailers, media and social media or social media search, the interpersonal search, interdependent search, the experiential search, and the internet. So, ano ba yung mga internet sources naman na yan? So, sa internet searches, type nyo lang sa search engine ng internet, mga keyword search, di ba? Shopping agents, the information overloads, simulation pa rin, and online community. Okay? So, the phenomenal naman dyan, the phenomenal growth in the internet nowadays alter the way consumer shops and search for information. Kasi minsan hindi na sila pupunta sa mga mall to search for the product they wanted to have, and hindi na rin magse-survey yung mga malalaking company through mga bahay-bahay, kasi sa online searching lang makikita na nila kung gaano karami ang nagpapatronize ng mga different products. Okay? So, dito na part, sa internet source, meron tayong tinatawag na social media. Diba? May Facebook, Twitter, yung mga dati noon. And mayroon na tayong IG, diba? Ginagamit ang IG para magbenta rin, diba? Doon ano na rin kayo sa mga iba-iba doon sa social media. Okay? Next natin is the effort. Okay, the effort to process information. Okay, dito sa effort to process information, ito yung influenced mainly by motivation, ability, and opportunity. So, the information overload pa rin dito nakadepende. Kasi kung sobra-sobrang information naman, 'di ba? Kakaroon ng overload diyan. So mahihirapan ding i-digest ng mga tao kung ano ba talaga yung mga binibenta mo, 'di ba? So to reduce information overload, you must produce more efficient search aids to try to identify the most popular or most useful information for consumers. So, kailangan maka-create ka ng isang advertisement na makaka-motivate din na ma-enhance yung search for the product ng mga kliyente nyo. Hindi yung naglagay ka lang ng mga informations, ang dami-daming informations. Minsan hindi kasi nagbabasa mga client eh. They are more into actual, what they see. Okay? So, for you to, how to engage in a motivation process para hindi ma-overload ang information sa mga kliyente ninyo is, yun nga sabi natin is the motivation, the ability, and the opportunity. First is the motivation to process information. So, these are the consideration. You have to involve, there is an involvement and perceived risk. Dapat tignan nyo yung mga risk, di ba? Perceived cost and benefit, baka naman sobra-sobra naman ng pag-promote ng product ninyo to the point na sobra na rin yung mga expenses ninyo and wala nang benefit ang company from it. There should always be a consideration set. You have to consider the SWOT and TOS analysis na sinasabi natin. Okay? Next is the relative brand uncertainty. Kailangan makita ninyo yung different uncertainties dun sa mga products na baka mamaya ma-overlap nyo yung gaya na nangyari sa Honda and Hyundai. Yeah, halos pareho sila. So, parang sayang na rin yung mga effort kasi nakakadagdag yun sa negative overloading ng information. Di ba? Next natin is the attitude towards search. Baka mamaya nasobrahan nyo na sa pag-iisip ng mga strategy how to motivate client. Pero doon sa attitude towards search, baka hindi naman kasi lahat ng mga client na gusto nyo i-consider, kaya nilang i-absorb yung mga informations na sinasabi ninyo, di ba? So, there's always be a straightforward information din para ma-motivate kayo to process information from the client, okay? Next natin is the ability, okay? So, the ability to process information. You have to consider the consumer knowledge. Hindi lahat makakaintindi niyan. Okay? So, kung nasa Pilipinas, you have to at least use mga Taglish, mga ganon, di ba? Yung kanilang ability and the demographic nila. Kasi, kung masyadong mataas yan, so dapat piliin nyo kung sino talaga yung magiging respondents ng, magiging buyer ng product ninyo. Di ba? Next. Opportunity, di ba? Opportunity. The amount of information available, the information format, time availability, and the numbers of items being chosen in order for you to have a good external search. You have to consider the three, okay? So you have, in engaging to external search, motivation, ability, and opportunity to process informations, ito yung mga different aspects or variables to be considered. Okay? Next natin is information search, information acquired in search. Accurate ba? So, ito yung mga kailangan nyong i-consider for the market na sinesearch nyo. If a market is, if a sizable market of consumer tend to search heavily for a particular product, then you need to make information readily available. Diba? Halimbawa, yung product mo talagang maraming bibili. So, always ensure the readiness and availability of easy access information. Diba? Kahit saan, through print media, social media, dapat available yan. Okay? Marketers should also segment, yung sinasabi nating segmentation, the market for any products or services according to search activity. Okay? So, Ano pa? What kind of information is to be acquired? Una-una, syempre yung brand name. Importante yun. They are most frequently accessed type of information, di ba? Second is the price. Dapat may diagnostic kayo about the price. Importance of price varies by culture kasi hindi naman lahat ng tao the same capacity ng kinikita, yung income nila, iba-ibang region, iba-iba yung income. So, i-consider nyo rin yung mga yon. And other attributes na tinatawag natin varies from products or service category. Like for example, hindi naman pwedeng ibenta ang mga pork luncheon meat sa Mindanao kasi majority naman doon hindi kumakain ng pork, ganon. So, yung mga different considerations, okay? So, next, attributes. So, kung tignan nyo dyan, di ba? Attributes, consumer responds to ads that shows attributes that are both silent and diagnostic. So, dito pa lang kita na kaagad kung ano yung mga attributes. Kasi when searching by brand, consumers acquire all the needed information on one brand before moving to next. So, tinitignan nila lahat yan. When searching by attribute naman, consumers compare brand from one another at a time. So, ito, ano kaya ito? Parang fitness center to, maganda ba ito? Dito kaya sa kabila. So, they are always looking at that. So, ngayon, kung nakita na nila na both of them offer the same quality, then now, they will be comparing prices. Diba? Consumers are very sensitive to the format in which information is presented in the store or in the online platform that you have. Very sensitive sila sa mga format. Minsan, pag masyadong mabulaklak yung format niya, parang ang baduy, yung mga high class people, hindi nila masyadong na-appreciate. Ganon. Okay? So, different searches affects uncertain reduction differently. Consumers who process by brand or by name remain high. Puro sila sa name. Tandaan nyo yan. Napaka-importante sa kanila yan. And gradually, the attributes and the brand searching for attributes and ay kumukonti yan. Kasi unang-una sa kanila is the pangalan. Napaka-importante sa kanila ang pangalan bago sila bumili ng product. Kung itong pangalan ng brand na to medyo kilala na, so andun na kaagad yung kanilang loyalty dun sa brand na yun. And they just consider other brand because of prices. So, marketers should ensure that the specific information consumers want is readily available. So, andun dapat lahat, pati mga prices, kung ano yung mga benefit nila, compare mo sa iba, dapat may comparison na kaagad sila. Hindi mo man sinasabi na, unlike kay ganito, like Huawei, yung kanilang laptop, andun lahat yung mga bagong features na wala sa iba. Diba? So, you have to emphasize the information. And, lahat yun nandun dapat sa advertisement mo, whether it is through social media or yung advertisement na pinapalabas sa television, ganon. So, brand need to perform well on attributes. Laging nangunguna ang brand. Tandaan nyo, you have to establish your brand. Diba? Kasi ang attributes, nababago yan. Nakadepende yan sa price. Ano ba? Oh, yung ganda naman nito. Ay, kaya lang mas mahal. Doon na lang ako sa isa. Hindi naman nagkakaiba. So, yun. Yung attributes, bumababa. Okay? Yung kanilang paggusto dun sa product kasi they are comparing brands at a time. So, kino-compare nila yan. So, kino-compare nila pati prices and the benefit that they can get from it. Okay? So, any questions, guys, about our topic for today? So, just to summarize, guys, na in order for you to understand recognizing the problem and information search para mas ma-improve natin yung product, huwag niyong kakalimutan the client's motivation, ability, and ano isa? Motivation, ability, ano isa? Ano yun? Motivation, ability, na opportunity. Okay, so yung motivation nila, kailangan ma-motivate nyo sila. Doon sa ability naman, hindi lahat ng mga kliyente nyo kayang i-digest lahat ng mga information na nilalagay nyo sa internet. So dapat ready kayo, may iba-iba kayong platform na kung target nyo lahat ng klase ng tao, pati mga foreigner, dapat iba-ibang dialect ang ginagamit nyo rin na pinopost ninyo para maintindihan nila. And the opportunity ninyo to penetrate the market through understanding the wants and needs of the clients and considering brand over attributes. Okay? Kasi ang mga kliyente, they are more into brand and bumababa ang attributes nun o yung pagkagusto nila dun sa brand na yon kung mas maganda yung offer mo sa kanila. Bumababa yung kanilang yung chances na magustuhan nila or bilhin yung product na nakadepende sa brand kung yung product naman na ino-offer mo is mas sobra pa dun sa quality na ibinibigay nung dating brand na gusto sana nila. So, yun yung summary ng problem recognition and information natin, and wag niyong kakalimutan din yung um, current state, the desired state, and the actual state. Laging i-consider niyo yung mga yon. Okay? So that will be for today. Thank you for listening and have a good day.